The shower is going to come out next. I think it's 2 pieces inside, and then I noticed on the front here I took off a piece. They have a metal strip on the front. I took that off, and then the fiberglass is just screwed to this frame in this way. So here's the metal strip. This is so the door would close here. This strip just goes all the way around, and I've taken it off on this side, so you can see it's just our little frame. This the fiberglass shower enclosure, and then on the enclosure just these screws all the way up and around. And now I don't know, it doesn't look like there's any fiberglass between gluing it to the wood here. And at the bottom here it looks like I'll have to take off this front panel. Here we are inside the shower, so I'm going to have to take all this out on the window. Yeah, because that'll be joined to the outside. Figure out how that goes. Light's going to have to come out. There's a rack on top for a shower curtain, so I'll take that out. It's just screwed in. And again, I've already taken off the metal strip up here. Here's what it looks like. Here's the door jamb, but it's rounded here. There's no sealant under it, but I don't see any damage, so it might be okay putting it back together that way. Then there's the other one on the floor. Now here's the crapper. Not quite sure how this comes out, and I'm guessing again, but there's probably, this is the ceiling, there's probably a couple of rivets coming through holding it in. And I might as well take the taps and shower head off too. And here's just the back side. So they were just hot and cold coming in, nothing too fancy. And this here, that's where they joined. Not sure if they glued them together or what, but we'll find out. Maybe fiberglass did. As I remove the aluminum band around the middle here, you can just see they're just, one's just sitting in the other. They're not fiberglass together or anything, which is fine. Should be easier to get it apart. Now this stuff, I'll probably replace this, but I'll keep it for now. So this, I think it's tacked on a bit. There might be a bit of silicone or maybe just friction fit on it. Yeah, there's a bit of silicone in the corner there. No big deal. That should be easy enough to put back together. It should be easy enough to get some new stuff for this to put around. I've removed all the screws around this, and there was a piece of aluminum around here, or actually went on that way, I guess. So I removed that. This just has butyl tape around it. I went down around a bit. That just pops off. So there's your fiberglass interior wall. Here's the window. I'll just leave it in for now. It might screw in from the outside too, I'm not sure. It doesn't look to. So it probably joined up with these screws here, or I don't see where it does, but I'll figure that out later. Oh, it looks like right here. So it did screw into this panel here. Not too complicated, but a little as well. I've removed the faucet, any fixtures. That's where the light was. The light was in there and it had silicone around it. This is a good use of silicone in a shower. I'm going to do something different with the lights in here. I got some different ideas. So all I got to do on the inside here now is remove all these little screws here. Looks like they added this kick panel later. When I take it up, it doesn't serve any purpose except to cover all the rot of this old wood. I'm just playing around with it here. I'm not sure if there's any rivets going through the top, but I just push up on the ceiling a bit. And this it doesn't seem to be attached down here. Might be some attachments in this corner, this vertical corner over on the front side. Oh, yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's not attached with rivets at the top, as far as I can see so far. It's just wedged in there. Yeah, I've checked out this other side as well, and it seems just to be a friction fit, pushing right up against the wall lining. So I just pushed up on this a bit, wiggled around, and this should should come out as one piece. Okay, I've just shifted all the electrical over and set it on the floor. This is the black water tank. Here's the one hose that feeds the toilet. Upon closer inspection on the toilet, it's got a couple access points underneath. Now there's a bolt there on this side and one on the other side. I've got the other one off. This one's spinning on me. But once I get this one off, I'm thinking this whole unit might lift right up, and there's probably a wax seal for the airlock. I'll just, once I get that nut off, I'll wiggle it around a bit and we'll see what happens. There's a little extra plug upwards. And now I can access where the water line comes in and get it out of the way. Okay, so here's the opening going down into the black water tank. No smells there right now, so maybe it's been cleaned out. Again, these are just T-bolts. So I need to reuse those. Here's the seal here, and then the spigot there, or the spout, just has a friction fit in here. This is all rubber. Now I'll just pull this hose out, get it out of the way, just come right out. Now it'll come right out, and same thing, it'll be all stapled together and screwed together here. I'll just take that apart, save it for the pattern. The wood on this doesn't look too bad actually. A little bit of water rot at the bottom. Actually, I thought there'd be more with that water leaking out of the back. Before I separate the parts, I'm just going to mark them shower, just so I don't mix things up. There might be slight differences in the curvature and that. I kind of doubt it, but just in case. There we go. Again, I'll use for patterns. Maybe even reuse the frames. Hard to say. If I'm not mistaken, this should just pop right off. I'm thinking for the bottom part of the shower, I noticed there's some screws in this thing. I'll take those out, and then the drain, otherwise I don't think it's held in any other way. So I'll loosen those up and see what happens. I'm pretty sure this threads in, but I lifted it up, I look underneath, it looks like it's glued as well. I looked online, I think you can buy these parts. So I'm going to just take the cutting wheel on the grinder and I'm going to work on this bit by bit just to use that. Here we are under the trailer. Let's see, the driver's side tire is just right here. Okay, this is coming out of the shower. Loosen the P-trap here first, and then I'll try and get a wrench on this piece up here to get that loosened. That should tie right into the shower there, the shower drain, and see how they got a bigger hole here cut for it. Actually, I'll just pull this out of the way because I'll have to replace that anyway. But see, that's all they had. So this whole open hole actually, basically, for moisture to get up. It's hard to say. I'll have a closer look at the wood here. So now I can at least get a wrench on this, and hopefully it looks like it's got the metal. That's the drain coming out of the shower. That's the bottom of the shower there. That's the metal drain coming out. This is the plastic pipe going into it. So I won't be able to film this part, but I'm going to get a pipe wrench on that and see if I can break this. I could unscrew this, and the easiest thing for me to do is just take the Sawzall and cut this. So now all I have to do is replace this P-trap and a short length of pipe and maybe a new drain. So now I should be able to get that over the black water, and there, that should come up, just like that. There's that piece of pipe I just cut on your black water tank. So here's the toilet, so there's toilet water in. When I was underneath, I noticed underneath here, that's where it's out, and then the big pipes flow over to here, and all your empty valves are right over there. So if I want to take this out, I'll have to disconnect the big pipe underneath over there. I'm just going to leave it for now.